And you might need a sip of Coke or really anything to this afternoon. Make sure to stay hydrated. Don't drink caffeine. That'll make you dehydrated. Drink some water. But Morgan, I've got to tell you, I think we're as close to an Andy's wallpaper, the Toy Story background we've seen in quite a while. So we'll call that a win in our book here. And yes, it is still pretty warm out there. 88 degrees. That dew point is 74. So it feels like 97 there in the home of Walmart in Bentonville, and it is slightly less humid. Don't come after me. I wasn't technically wrong. It's not a massive difference. You see only about 2 degrees lower, so you're like, all right, gee, Danny, thanks. You're not technically wrong. It's a little bit lower. But again, we're going to take the small victories while we can take them. It's still pretty muggy out there. Dew points in the low to mid 70s. I do think Clarksville here and especially Sallisaw are on the higher side. I think it's a little bit lower than that. Again, a lot of that data sometimes can be juiced with dew points. The stations that bring them in aren't always feeding in the right information, especially when it comes to dew point. So I do think later this afternoon it'll eventually drop at the peak heating of the day, more towards the upper 60s and low 70s. Tomorrow I think will be the least humid day out of the next 5 days, because after that, Friday we're back to kind of where we were today, especially during the afternoon. Then Saturday and Sunday looks like it's going to be quite muggy with those dew points in the mid, possibly close to upper 70s. Now with a little bit lower humidity, I've said this quite a few times and I'll say it again, the less moisture there is in the atmosphere, the easier temperatures can fluctuate from hotter to colder. Think about it like a desert. Desert can get really hot, 110, 120 degrees, but also gets kind of cool overnight. So with less moisture, less humidity, that temperature will rise maybe a degree or two for us tomorrow in northwest Arkansas. Notice how it dips though for the weekend. Again, has more moisture, a little bit of water. Then as we head towards back next week, maybe drops a little bit and kind of fluctuates every now and then. Now for northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, should go back here. The River Valley will be seeing eventually a chance for 100 degrees. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you folks in the River Valley. Maybe up to 100 tomorrow, but I do think with the humidity kicking back up for Friday, I think we'll be back to 99. It'll be tough to get to 100, and maybe once again getting close on Tuesday. Now I'll show you this. Usually we have a 100-degree day by now. We haven't had any though in either the River Valley or northwest Arkansas. Usually see about 9 per year in the River Valley and 1 in northwest Arkansas, and I think we'll get there, but for now, it is still going to be pretty hot. Heat advisory in effect for the entire area except for extreme heat warning in Johnson and Logan County. Tried to match that with the tie a little bit. That's a little bit too light of a pink, though. Could be around 110 for Logan and Johnson County, everywhere else, but 105 to 109. That feels like won't change much from today to tomorrow. Friday and Saturday maybe a little bit hotter due to that humidity being a little bit warmer, but again, not much of a change. And then on Sunday, dropping down for us a little bit. Now, in terms of rainfall chances, I think eventually we'll see some later this weekend on Sunday, then again later into Monday afternoon, as well as into Tuesday afternoon. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a lot. It'll be very isolated. It'll develop during the afternoon, maybe hit or miss showers, and then it'll kind of fall apart. So something that we're not going to see a whole lot of, but something that we'll definitely see chances of as we go through Sunday through Tuesday. Other than that, we'll see those temperatures in the mid-90s for the most part for northwest Arkansas, and then for the River Valley, again, some areas getting close to 100 tomorrow especially. I think we'll fall just short today and Friday. Otherwise, we'll keep those isolated rain chances. It looks like this heat will continue for us for the rest of July.
All right, what a surprise.
And I was going to say, it's what we expect this time of year, but we're hoping that for the start of August, signs are hinting towards maybe closer to seasonal, which is 90 to 95. Still not very cool, but at least it's what we expect.
And it will feel like relief after what we've had
Absolutely.
right now. All right, thanks, Danny.